Vital disclaimer. There seems to be a lot of halabahalu around the word manifestation. And I do get it. Because in my opinion, making even the little things happen is kind of a big deal. From the moment we open our eyes, we're already manifesting. We think about getting out of bed, brushing our teeth, tweaking that project, what to wear, and how to go about our day. And voila, we make things happen. Of course, things do not always happen in the way we envision it, but we are indeed constantly manifesting in some way. So manifestation might as well just be another way of saying making things happen. Spiritual manifestation, however, is the essence or a combination of both earthly nature and the heart of heaven aligned within, making extraordinary things happen in everyday life without. But once an area of spiritual manifestation is achieved, staying grounded in the midst of higher levels of understanding is crucial. Simply because, as creators, using the 4 elements of earth, water, fire, and air, along with the 5th essence, spirit or God together, also means being quote-unquote tuned in to and tempering a wholesome creative alchemical flow state in the midst of everyday life to express our individuality and authenticity in the most unique yet practical way possible. This is quintessential freedom. So no matter how spiritually enlightened we become, the laundry still needs to get done. Even though the definition of human means God in man, it doesn't matter how fully awakened we are spiritually, we are still earthlings having a practical human experience. The purpose of speaking affirmations is to help you realize the power you behold within, something I am still learning, to sustain all good and palpable things without. Keep in mind that speaking daily affirmations does not nullify the use of common sense or practical judgment in any situation. Speaking affirmations also does not mean to feign positivity or suppress your negative emotions. There's a difference between being positive and being toxically positive. Not allowing yourself to feel or express an emotion denies you the opportunity to learn, grow, purify, or expand. So, remaining in an unhealthy situation is not conducive to your spiritual, emotional, or physical well-being. It is important to always listen to your inner guidance or intuition. Speaking affirmations also does not mean to just be and not do. In order to make things happen, you are meant to, yes, just be yourself, but also do what is aligned with who you truly are and remain faithful to what you've envisaged no matter what, to make your dreams and visions come true. Polarities, which can play out in anything we experience or view as an opposition or as something we do not like, are merely manifestations or consequences to previous impressions, such as past events, suggestions, or any type of conditioning or programming imposed upon us by external influences. Negative impressions or perceptions, if not transmuted or transformed, can turn into a disharmonious vibration that we consciously or unconsciously choose to accept, give into, entertain as, or believe to be a quote-unquote normal part of daily life. As these vibrations settle or make themselves quote-unquote at home within us, they might delay a manifestation to be embodied or expressed without. and depending on the state we are in when these things transpire, determines the degree of nuances we experience. If undetected, these nuances show up in unexpected ways within relationships or other aspects of life. The good thing is that these experiences do present us with an opportunity to grow or to transform, whether we are aware of it or not, to restore, balance, and harmonize our lives. This is why speaking affirmations on both good days and bad days is crucial, and one of the ways to transmute negative vibrations on a consistent basis. Simply because we are not always aware of everything going on around us until it manifests. And to be reasonable, being around people is inevitable, and the energies intermingle to coexist with one another. One way to understand or simplify a transformative process is to perceive it as an alchemical or quote-unquote magical breakthrough moment taking place internally during a meditative state or while you're speaking affirmations. This process brings us back into alignment with God's pure, unconditioned light from within. An example of what this might look like is, imagine an invisible protective helix or quote-unquote slinky forming itself around you during meditation. Suddenly, as you become more receptive to this breakthrough, the magical slinky neutralizes any resistances within or around you, and it seals the deal by springing you, quote-unquote, up into alignment with the true divine order of all things. Here is where you experience something beyond comprehension. As you're propelled onward and upward into higher dimensions of understanding, a victory felt within. And as you experience to feel this miracle happening internally within, you begin to see some miracles happen externally without. This visualization can also be tweaked using any one of the 4 elements of your choosing. For example, the helix can also be visualized as a sphere of fire, purifying any negative sensations, impressions, or distortions influencing your perception of people, situations, places, and things. The possibilities are endless as to what kind of element your imaginary helix is made of. I hope this illustration helps you navigate these processes with a little more reassurance or confidence, so you can be more receptive to a divine flow of intervention or transformation. Perhaps now you have an idea how daily affirmations might help you approach certain dynamics or help you manage the way people and things influence your life. So from now on, feeling an emotion during meditation can be viewed as a quote-unquote magical transformation happening each time you feel down, sad, or upset, with a protective slinky uplifting you into a healthier state of well-being or a true sense of wholeness. Everything we do in life requires balance. We cannot have one thing without the other. We cannot have light without dark. I mean, can there be a day without night? It is in the joining of 2 opposites where balance happens. And though at times, some things we do in life in a sense tend to feel like we are in a mini state of lack, imbalance, or survival, we cannot just stay there. We do whatever we can to make things better. Otherwise, we lose that sense of peace and enjoyment. Every day may not always be good, but there is always some good in every day. Alice Morse Earl. Each negative experience is an opportunity to grow so we can reach a balanced state of equanimity, a sense of calmness under tension. And we do our best to keep this inner state of balance within in the midst of earthly survival without. Never allow any misconceptions associated with spirituality or speaking positive affirmations mislead you into thinking that it is not possible to be both spiritual and practical in everyday life. There's already so much emphasis placed on hyper spirituality in a way that causes more confusion than clarity. So let us kiss. Keep it simply simple. Finally, as we near to the end of this vital disclaimer, it is so important to keep in mind that applying daily affirmations does not mean your desired outcome will be instant. In some rare cases, this can happen, which is what happened to me, and the surreal sense of gratitude experienced from this beautiful outcome served as a catalyst to the publication of this book. Either way, I can reassure you that beautiful things do happen when you change the way you think or speak. So one thing you can look forward to after, or perhaps while reading this book, is that you will see that speaking affirmations really does work. Eventually, it just might turn into, as it did for me being the skeptic that I was, a miraculous transformation that will inspire you to be the best human possible, or should I say, the best I am possible. And remember, it is in the small whisper, or in those insignificant practical moments, which may seem either too mundane or too much to handle, where miracles tend to happen, or where we receive our breakthroughs to learn and to grow from the most. This is why we do the practical things we do every day. We prepare our meals, we plan events for friends and family, we prepare, and prepare some more. In everything we do, we are always preparing for something. And without realizing it, these preparations are breakthroughs waiting to happen, helping us to thrive and not just survive. Though survival is an inevitable part of daily living, we are not designed to live in constant survival mode. Our spirit needs freedom. Our bodies need rest. Our soul needs peace. Check out the new I Am That I Am YouTube channel. The first 1,000 subscribers to follow this channel will receive a free pre-release copy of the upcoming 2023-2024 I Am That I Am book number 2, A Practical Guide, where I plan to share my own real-life experiences, practical examples, and what really happens when daily affirmations are applied to daily life.